All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, fellow Pandemonium travelers. This is Seattle Pandemonium Shutdown day 340 by my count. And as you can see, the Snowpocalypse is upon us. Snowpocalypse 2021. It is projected, forecast to kind of snow for like 3 days. Now, if you happen to live in a homeless camp, in a homeless encampment here in Seattle, things are going to get a bit nippy over the next few days. Not sure how many of that demo I'm reaching with my YouTube channel, but stay warm out there, guys. Anyways, I grew up in Idaho and Montana. I'll be fine, but you know, this city does not handle snow well, so we'll see how things pile up as the evening rolls on. So what else is going down? What's going on? So I guess there's not really much else to talk about. I mean, there's the impeachment thing that I think is dumb and a waste of everyone's time, like the other impeachments were. But Gina Carano, she stole our hearts in The Mandalorian. She's our muscly former Imperial drop trooper mommy, isn't she? She's kind of a cutie pie. She's a handful though. Well, apparently, the progressive thing to do, and yes, I'm being a little bit facetious, I'm being a little straw manny, but I don't care. So apparently the progressive thing to do is to cancel women from corporate gigs. And by that I mean poor Aunt Jemima. Aunt Jemima's canceled. She's done. She's removed from the packaging of pancake syrup in order to stop racism, I guess, is the idea. Now, I can appreciate that Aunt Jemima might have been some kind of caricature of, I don't know, the black housekeeper woman, the house servant kind of a thing. I'm not gonna say the other S word, because this came later, but you could say it's built upon a history of racial stereotypes and whatnot. But the actual woman who was Aunt Jemima personally, like, benefited from, like, being in the industry. It was, like, part of her brand. It's my understanding, anyway. And, of course, my understanding is never wrong. So, that's pretty much the end of that. But, yeah, to remove... It's like the Land O'Lakes. They removed the native girl and kept the land and called it progress. Okay, guys. Sure thing. So, Gina Carano, still alive. I don't think Aunt Jemima's alive, or I forget the lady that it's based on. I don't think she's still alive. But Gina Carano certainly is. And she was in The Mandalorian. She's a pretty good female protag kind of character. There's some, like, mystery going on. She's kind of a badass. It's cool, right? There's kind of is she a double agent kind of thing, but also she does the right thing most of the time. You like her. The girl's got moxie, is what I'm saying. I'm not sure exactly what moxie is, but you want it. You want to have moxie. Anyways, she got canceled from Star Wars. She got canceled from The Mandalorian, like the biggest Disney show, like, ever. The thing that is keeping the Star Wars franchise alive. A great character on the show. She's fired because she tweeted things, or she posted an Instagram story about how being persecuted for your political beliefs is similar, not the same, but similar, to being persecuted for your religious beliefs as the Jews were in Germany and Eastern Europe back during the Third Reich. And the quote from her post was, it wasn't just the soldiers doing the oppressing of the Jews. It was their neighbors. It was their fellow citizens who had been turned against them. So by the time the soldiers came, it was already a done deal. You didn't need, like the soldiers were like the end of the line. Like, you had already been crystal knocked and run out of the country and put on, what was that, the Roosevelt? Or was that poor boat that went all around trying to find safe harbor and couldn't find it? You're already hiding under a haystack somewhere. So by the time the soldiers come, that's like the end of the line. And her point was met with, yeah, well, you're fired. This is unacceptable. You're comparing, I guess people are framing it as you're comparing being a Republican to being Jewish during the Holocaust. That was the framing they went with. But what they did, her quote-unquote neighbors, her fellow citizens did, was get her career derailed because they don't like her political beliefs. So they validated what her post was about. But hey, she's got some potential. Like I said, she's got moxie. She's got guts, and guts is enough. So she'll probably be all right. She's not going to work for Disney anymore. But this is the central hypocrisy of this progressive woke nonsense. Is you had this woman who worked hard to become a mixed martial artist. I'm not sure if she was a champion, but she fought. She's literally a fighter. All y'all do is prop up, Black Widow and any what's her name? Angelina Jolie movie where she's kicking Navy SEALs asses and stuff. You prop that up all day long, and then one of you finally makes it to a hit show, star, not a Mary Sue, not a damsel in distress. She's an assertive, strong woman, holding it down, helping move the plot along, protecting your favorite characters. You get her canceled. Why? Because she said, hey, people aren't being treated fairly in the public square over politics. And then you cancel her. Now, by the way, I would like to add, Bill Burr. Now, I'm not trying to give anybody any ideas, okay? I don't want Bill Burr canceled from The Mandalorian. In fact, I find it wonderful that he's on The Mandalorian. Have you heard some of the things Bill Burr has said in his stand-up? Some of the stuff he's said on his podcast? Some of the stuff he's probably tweeted? I don't see his tweets a lot, or Facebooks or whatever. But have you seen some of this? Bill Burr has said, like, insanely misogynistic things, like about women, different races, everything. Now, again, I don't want Bill Burr canceled from Mandalorian. I want you people to have some semblance of consistency. You take this strong female role model, and because you don't like some portion of her politics, it's not like she's arguing for slavery or some insanity. Like, allegedly she had tweets about the election. Ooh, you've been crooked this whole time. The election being stolen and blah, blah, blah. You mean like half of everybody on social media? I mean, some of her posts were like boomer tier, the Mullen Labe kind of memes. And like one of them was literally a quote from the movie 300 with like a Spartan helmet. And it's like, people say like, oh, see, she's inciting insurrection. No, she's not. Millions of people probably traded the exact same memes around. Like, it's just so asinine. And it's because they just, I don't know what it is exactly. I've touched on this before, and everyone can fall victim to this. It's cognitive purity. So, back in the day, racists had a form of cognitive purity. They all agreed with each other. They all reinforced each other's beliefs. And then they acted upon those beliefs that they all had reinforced to one another, where what they did was exclude, non-white people from, I don't know, call it polite society, right? You can't work here, you can't go to this school, you can't do that, you can't be here, you can't eat here, you can't go there, etc., etc. And they all said, well, yeah, what can you do about it? It's just the way it is, and that's how the cookie crumbles, and, oh, it's not me, I'm not doing it, it's other people are doing it, right? And then they go, but then eventually it is someone. It is specifically certain people that are doing the thing, right? In this instance, it's specific people who wrote complaints and stuff about something that has nothing to do, again, Bill Burr, has nothing to do with her ability to portray a character, help them sell a product, and is not the worst thing any employee of Disney, by the way, has said on social media or anywhere else. The things James Gunn said on Twitter that got him temporarily canceled were like horrific pedophile jokes. Okay, I don't want him canceled either, but again, let's have a semblance of consistency on our values here. And this is why people say, yeah, there's a double standard between the left and the right, as not either kinda, really, I don't think. I see it. The like Republicans, MAGAs, anyone right of Bernie Sanders. Well, that's not fair. That's not fair. The left are a little easier on each other than that. I don't know. Anyone right of Bill Clinton, I guess. I mean, he did awful misogynistic things, and yet it just sort of doesn't matter in the long term, right? They defamed Lewinsky and all this other stuff, but that doesn't matter because his politics are right. And it's also become a bit of a meme to point out that the double standard exists, but it doesn't matter that you're pointing it out. Like, this is kind of the meta-analysis is, yeah, there's a double standard. Yes, another woman who was more liberal could say questionable, if not awful things on social media and work for Disney, and no one would care. And it doesn't matter that you know that. Like, that, the fact that that is so is irrelevant. Why? Because I guess this ties into what I was talking about the other day, about power. How power and politics and how, goddamn road. God, that's so irritating. How power, politics, culture, society, and media, which is what this is. I mean, we're talking about social media and a giant media network. There's an imbalance, and it's kind of like there's nothing you can do about it. It's like, yeah, there it is. It's right there. It's gonna keep biting people it's gonna keep harming people you agree with politically, or, again, at some point, politics is a continuation of philosophy by other means. So philosophically, people that you agree with are going to be harmed because there is immense power in things like media and cultural artifact production, which is what media is. Every TV show that features Gina Carano and she's a heroine, people will go, man, I like her. She's powerful and whatnot. And then they'll look her up and they'll follow her on social media, and then she gets 500,000 followers. And then she goes, hey guys, check this meme out. And the meme reinforces something you don't agree with, you don't like. You can't have that. If you're a cultural power broker, you can't have that. You can't have prominent cultural figures expressing views that you don't like, which is why Chris Pratt gets canceled, potentially they try to cancel him for wearing a Gadsden flag on his shirt. Now they're trying to paint all libertarians as a threat to the country, which is hilarious. So never mind like day-to-day life, like we're gonna get there eventually too. It's part of the meme that Miss Carano had tweeted out. We will get there eventually. Right now they're taking cultural scalps. They're taking media scalps. They keep trying to come for Tucker Carlson. They keep trying to come for Joe Rogan. They try to come for him. They're too big. They last the storm. Right? They weather the storm, they come out the other side, and they're still beloved by normal people. I mean, let's be honest, like normal people who are living life and consuming media, you know? They don't care about what Gina Carano was even tweeting or Instagramming or whatever. They don't care. They just want to watch Mandalorian and have cool stuff happen on their screens, especially while they're locked down from the pandemic. It's all so tiresome, you guys. I can't believe I have to like break this stuff down. Poor Aunt Jemima, poor Gina. Now someone's gonna hear this and go, oh yeah, Bill Burr, let's cancel him too. Lunatics. What is this, Thursday? Oh my goodness. It's snowing. Bye.